Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, angels and demons, Nephilim and Cambion, all points between, and round the world. It is the gentleman of exquisite caliber, Godric Sandwell. And I gotta be honest with you, after last night's festivities, how I'm still functioning, I honestly have no earthly idea. As I'm sure you can see, I'm still carrying some of the battle scars I've kind of collected recently. But speaking of battle scars, there's two things I'd like to show you. First of which, for those of you who were there last night will recognize this. For those of you who don't, let me see if I can find one here. Oh, here we are. Let me see here. I don't know if anybody saw closely last night, and if you did, I thank you for that. If you didn't, no big deal. It's a little hard to tell on this type of material, but yes, that is legitimately my blood on one of my favorite shirts. And how much is it going to be to replace it? You're really not going to want to know. But that's okay. It's just a shirt. It's easy enough to replace. Some of this is going to stay with me quite some time longer. But at the end of the day, from last night, the second thing I'd like to show all of you, aside from maybe some nicer new threads that I picked up not too long ago. Well, the jacket you should recognize. I wore this at the 30th anniversary. Part of me didn't want to wear this again, but considering what I'm about to show you, and considering how swimming last night went, I figured it was appropriate. Because, for those of you who don't know, you're about to find out right now. For those of you who do know, a subtle reminder that yours truly is having a case of the dropsies, evidently. But he also has the Three Rivers Championship once again. How I managed to go in number one at Mr. Carr's behest and be able to survive that whole, I don't know what you want to call that battle, that war, that I'm definitely not going to call it a traipse, I promise you that, because there was no walk in the park. But one thing I can say is, well, Mr. Carr, you've always had my respect. I know the places you've been. I know the things that you've done. I know that you've done some things that maybe this gentleman wouldn't exactly have gone down that route, but you know something, that's all right. You carved yourself out a niche, and you went with it. And hey, you know something? I can get behind that. I'm hoping last night with how things went, I hope I've earned your respect to that extent as well. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, 3 times your Three Rivers champion and current. That sounds pretty good to me. But one of the biggest reasons I wanted to be on here right now is for those of you who were there, I said it there, but for those of you who weren't, I just wanted to thank all of you for being with me, for being behind me, for supporting me throughout this whole ordeal. Let's call last night's festivities an ordeal. I like that word right now, because that's what it was. It was quite the ordeal. Anyway, the last 5, 6, 7 months, it's been interesting. As all of you know, I lost my Three Rivers Championship, about 6 months ago, and it took me a while to be able to get that skinflint back in the ring, so that way I can try to take this back from him. Now, what that was all about, I don't know. The events that led to it were a little, how would you say, topsy-turvy to get there. But at the end of the day, we got there. It was on the line at BurghBrawl, and I got it back. And I also want to apologize to everybody for letting all you guys down 6 months ago. I should have been the one to stop him, but I didn't. But I hope last night was my way of, one, becoming champion once again, and two, I hope that was a good enough way of me saying I'm sorry that I let you guys down. But I hope I made things right. So now you have a Three Rivers champion once again that you can be proud of. Or at least I hope so anyway. But that being said, I'm trying not to get too mushy on you guys, but to call me elated would not be the right way to say it. But it's really the best I've got right now. I'm elated. I'm proud to be once again the Three Rivers champion. Jamal, thank you so kindly. You were too kind. I'm damn proud, excuse my language, to be your Three Rivers champion once again. And just as before, just like now, and for as long as my body will hold together, as long as I am your Three Rivers champion, I will defend this championship with honor, with pride, with dignity, against any and all comers. I don't care where you're coming from. I don't care if you come from out east. I don't care if you come from the frozen tundras. I don't care if you come from scorched earth. I don't care if you come from the inferno. I don't care if you come from paradise. If you want a shot at my Three Rivers championship, all you have to do is ask. Which brings me to the number one contender. To my knowledge, it is, I believe, my boy, Matt McCoy. Well, we had a small little run-in at BurghBrawl. You tried to stop me from regaining what is rightfully mine. And from my understanding, well, you seem to think that you can be the one to take this from me. Okay. All right. I like your style. I like your moxie. And I'll say, I like your look as well. I don't know when it's going to happen. I don't know how it's going to happen. And I certainly don't know if you'd be interested in having a slice of lava cake with me. But I will say this. I'm looking forward to meeting you in that very squared circle whenever this happens. It could be the next show, May 17th. It could be the show after that, or after that, or after that. It doesn't matter to me. Because the fact is, you and I have a date with destiny, and I will be there waiting for you. Now, I don't want to take up too much more of your guys' time. I just want to close this and say thank you to each and every one of you for being there through this whole ordeal. And I hope you'll be with me as long as I'm still around. Because I promise you that in spite of how I dress, in spite of how I speak, I'm really one of you guys at the end of the day. I'm one of the fans. That's just how I am. And just thank you to each and every one of you. I hope you guys can accept my sincere apology. But I got a chance to right that wrong, and so I did. That's really all I got to say, guys. And just thank you. And as for today, there's no rest for the wicked. So what I'm going to do is, for Matt McCoy, I'm going to get to the gym. I'm going to take care of a few errands that I need to today. And I'm going to get ready to do as I say I'm going to do. I'm going to defend this championship with every ounce of me for every single one of yours honor. Because that's what a real champion does. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great rest of the weekend. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, which may or may not include try to stand toe-to-toe with somebody almost twice your size. Whoopsie. But most importantly, be sure to tip your waitress. Take care, everyone. And again, thank you. All of you.